The AWS reports an estimated 400 kelvin shortage by 2024. This points to a perfect opportunity for your career. Below I've compiled some tips on how best to find yourself working as one of these skillful metalworkers. How to get welding jobs for beginners. If you're new to the industry, I've compiled a few tips to help you get hired as a welder. In general, any employer will be looking at a few things when they're going to interview a new welder: certification levels and when you got them, a good understanding of typical welding techniques as well as fabrication-related tasks, how well you perform in a hands-on welding skills test. These three areas are what every company, regardless of size, will be looking for. Look for a job in the right places. If you're looking at the job boards for big employers, take a good look at how they've laid out the categories. Jobs for welders can be listed under many different section or category headings like skilled trades, general labor, repair, maintenance, industrial technology, fabrication, manufacturing or construction. Sometimes it will take a bit of investigative work. This will be true if you look at job boards for big companies because they often have so many departments. And with more departments, it's easy for job listings to be hiding in categories that might not be immediately obvious. Show up at their shop. If you're looking for a job with a small business, this often means that you will have to visit their shop or office. You could call first, but you'll get blown off in most cases. It's way more effective to show up, resume in hand, and meet them. Don't be put off if they tell you that they aren't hiring at the moment and that they'll keep your resume on file. If they say that, politely ask them if you can follow up with them in a little while. Try to get the owner or manager's phone number or email if possible and then call or email them every month to see if they are hiring. Don't be a one-trick pony. It's essential to keep in mind that employers typically prefer welders who can do more than one type of welding. By all means, specialize in a specific type of welding, but work on your skills to be versatile enough to where you can at least get by when performing the other processes. A well-rounded skill set will make you a valuable asset on any job site. It will help you stand out from other applicants in the hiring process. Learn to weld pipe in different positions. Structural and pipe welding can be challenging to learn, but they are worth the effort. Any structural welding skills you have will set you apart from any other applicants. And in addition to being in high demand, pipe welders often get higher paying jobs because of their unique skill set. Increase your level of certification. Always continue to learn and develop your skill set. If you need to get a new or different certification, then take steps toward that. Even if you don't use the new skills often, they look incredible on a resume. As I mentioned earlier, employers love seeing someone who can do various tasks. If you're still in college, get a degree if you can. Even if it's in general studies. This will automatically move you up the list of applicants and give you a shot at better paying jobs. Try to pick up some part-time work at a local fabrication shop. You might even be able to start an apprenticeship by doing this. But even if you can't, you'll have some excellent experience with your resume. If you can't do that, try getting a job at a welding supply store. You'll still be getting some related industry experience as you learn a lot about all of the consumables, parts and tools that a typical welding shop needs to buy. Making friends and becoming liked is the key to success. If you help out on projects, it shows others that you're a team player and can lend itself to getting some excellent references. Join a professional welding network or association. Joining a professional organization like the American Welding Society, AWS, can be an excellent way for students and recent graduates to get ahead in their field. Membership offers discounts on some of the gear you need, and you'll be staying on top of the latest industry trends and developments. And you'll be expanding your network in the process. Be willing to relocate. Sometimes there aren't any jobs in your area. If that's the case, you might have to consider moving to get a great job. But even if there are jobs in your area, sometimes by relocating, you can get a better paying job if there's a shortage of welders in a specific area. So don't limit your job search to your exact area or specific town. Check for financial assistance. If you aren't currently working, there may be programs to help cover the cost of tuition. For example, you could get a scholarship from one college or university that covers all or part of your educational expenses. This might even be an option for junior colleges as well. You might also want to check with local nonprofit organizations such as job counseling centers and unemployment offices. Many have funds expressly set aside for students who need extra financial assistance. Check with other government agencies, or your tax advisor, as sometimes some educational credits or incentives can be applied for as well. Improve your welding by cheating. If you can't see what you're doing, welding is going to be nearly impossible for you. And if that's the case, you can buy a cheater lens that will allow you to see things more straightforward when working inside your helmet or follow joints more easily. You use these lenses as an insert in place of traditional glasses lenses. They come pre-packed and calibrated for certain distances. Write a wicked resume. The more professional your resume is, the better your chance of getting hired and advancing in a company. A formal resume should be divided into 5 sections. Objective. Tell them what kind of welding job you're applying for and why you want to work with them. Education. Most recent certification, degree, certificate, or diploma. List your GPA if you got good grades. Specific skills, job-specific skills as well as any other related skills. Education. Most recent certification, degree, certificate, or diploma. List your GPA if you got good grades. Experience, relevant skills and experience. Personal interests, hobbies or activities outside of work time. References, name, phone number of 3 references with phone numbers or email addresses under each name. Stand out from other applicants. Getting a job is all about standing out from the rest of the competition positively. And a lot of that comes from your experience, skill set and education. But that doesn't have to be the only way you stand out. As I already mentioned, meeting the owner or manager of the company, and then following up with them, will help you stand out from others who only email in a resume. But what if you can't meet them in person or they don't allow anyone to drop by and meet them? So get creative. What if you had a courier deliver your resume in an impressive-looking folder? If you used a courier that required a signature for drop-off, you can be sure you'd get noticed. Smiley face. Another way you could stand out is to set up a virtual portfolio of your work. Set up a website that has pictures of work that you've done along with your resume. If you want to take it to the next level, you could even post some videos of you in action welding. So think. What can you do to stand out? If you can't get a job as a welder. In the coming decade, welding will be one of the hottest skills to have. But what if you aren't any good at welding? Or just not quite good enough to get a job? Consider other support positions like instructors, inspectors, sales reps, purchasers, or even a project manager. It could open up a lot of different opportunities for you.